So I wanted to start off talking about the local real estate statistics. We speak every month that they come out. We kind of give you an update so you know what's going on with our marketplace. Some real interesting things happening right now with our real estate statistics. So for example, the average sale price in Tampa Bay in November of 2013 was $195,882. Our peak for the year was $203,492 in June, so we're about $8,000 off that. We rose a little bit from October to this month. Inventory rose to 4.7 months of inventory, the second highest month of the year. So we're starting to see more homes hitting the market and some not selling. Sellers maybe getting a little bit overconfident with price, overpricing homes because they think the market's healthier than what it is. And you start to see inventory increasing a little bit. And of course, builders are out there putting some inventory out as well. But we see the months of inventory, the saturation rate, at the second highest number of the year. Now, one thing that concerned me, and I spoke about this a month ago on the show when we saw the October 12 numbers and the October 13 numbers, which was the first month of the year where we really didn't see a jump up or an increase in the monthly sales. So October 2012 had the same number of sales that October 2013 did. And that was the first time in a really long time that year over year we didn't see a significant gain. And I kind of speculated and predicted that a lot of that was the market starting to soften. We've seen this huge ramp up this year that is, for the most part, a lot of artificial stuff. Interest rates have been historically low, but the hedge funds were really buying up a lot, several hundred homes a month that were adding to our numbers and making our market look healthier, when in reality it was a handful of clients that were really driving the market. And my prediction was eventually the numbers weren't going to make sense for them to keep renting those homes. The rent numbers weren't going to kind of equate to what the values had come up in price. And I think that's what we've seen over the last several months. We've seen a huge drop off in hedge fund transactions. So what do we see now? So in November of 2013, we had 1,875 sales on our board. That's down from November of last year where we had 2,122 sales. That's the first month in a while that we've seen a year-over-year drop. And again, that is a softening of our market, a returning to more norms, to stabilization, to interestingly enough, again, last year from October of 12 to November of 12, we saw a jump in the number of home sales. This year, 2,100 last month, 1,875 in November. So, and you look each year and you see, October and November being relatively comparable, but from October of this year to November of this year, and then from November of last year to November of this year, we saw significant drops for the first time in a while. So it's causing economists, real estate professionals, and people keeping an eye on the market to really start to predict that this may be our new norm. We're not, the 2,300, 2,500 home sales a month that we were experiencing when, 400 to 700 of those homes every month were hedge fund deals. Is certainly causing a change in our market. It's causing things to slow down a little bit, and I think home buyers and home sellers need to be cautious about that. They need to really pay attention to the data and understand that with that kind of a drop month over month, there's some risk there, and there's some changes happening in our real estate market. We've still got some not so sound fundamentals, but I think that the other part of the drop in home sales really drills down to something you and I are going to talk about today, and that's flood insurance. Right. The Bigger Waters Act and how it impacted our real estate market. I think this is the first month where we can realistically look at the statistics and say, yes, it had an impact.
Absolutely, yes.
And yes, it had a negative impact, and there are people that decided not to buy, that couldn't buy, closings that fell apart, and a lot of other challenges related to that. And whether or not you believe in government subsidies or not, in terms of the FEMA National Flood Insurance Program, the fact remains that it has caused a negative cycle in the real estate market.
Impact, yes.
Because it really went into effect a couple months ago.
Right.
And this is the first month where we can really look at the statistics and say, yeah, there's something impacting us.